Hi lovelies, my name is Omoyera Oluwatosin, and if this is your first time or stumbling on my channel or page or whatever platform you're watching me on, feel free to subscribe, like and share our videos. I was surfing the internet today and I saw this gorgeous top. It was so gorgeous that I loved it. I decided to make an illustration on how to make this top. And if this is a tutorial you're interested in, please keep on watching because you have a lot to learn in this tutorial. To make this blouse, you need your basic bodice block. I have my here, but what you have to do is to trace another pattern. This time around, you're going to trace it on fold. You can see I folded my pattern and I place the center front on the folded edge. And the next thing you want to do from here is to pin and trace out. Now that I've pinned it, I'm coming in with my tracing wheel to trace all the important lines of the body that we need. Now that your body's pattern is traced on fold, the next thing I want to do is to analyze the silhouette of this blouse. The first thing you notice about this thing is that the blouse, it is a blouse. Yes, it is a top. Yes, it is a top. And this type of top is a monostrap top. Yes, it is a monostrap top. The next thing you want to do is to notice that it's like an opening towards the shoulder line of this dress. That opening is known as a keyhole detail. Yes, it is a keyhole detail. Now for the bustier part, is either you do a princess, an armor princess bustier or princess seam, or you do a shoulder bustier or shoulder princess seam for this top. If you are in the fashion school, you will understand what I mean by the armor princess and the shoulder princess. You can either do a bustier for this top or just a princess seam. The next thing you want to do is at the top as an asymmetric detail at the hem that make it look so classic and gorgeous. Now as for the sleeve, we have a bell sleeve here. Yes, you can work with any sleeve of your choice, but for this the blouse, it has a bell sleeve. We are not going to work on the bell sleeve, we are just going to work on the blouse itself. Now let me take you straight into why we are here. Because this blouse is a monostrap blouse, the first thing you want to do is to make sure that your grease line is showing. That's the center line. At one side seam, you're going to go up by 1 inch, because this is a miniature pattern. I'm making use of half an inch. Why did you go up here? It's because you want that place to grip the side where the monostrap is falling on. So the next thing you want to do is to alter your neckline. You can actually use your basic neckline, or you alter it by any amount of your choice. Because this is a miniature pattern, I'm going to go in by half an inch on the neckline. Yes, half an inch. You can use one for your basic neckline. Once I have that, I'm going to construct a new neckline. Now construct a new neckline. Please take your time. I don't allow my students to use ruler to construct necklines, because I believe your hand can do a more better jobs for you. So even if you are in stage 1, 2, or 3, or 4, please go in with your hand. The next thing you want to do for here is to draw your shoulder preset seam. Yes, the shoulder preset seam. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm measuring what I have on the shoulder line, and I'm going to find the midpoint from the original neck point to the shoulder point. Now on that point, I'm going to go up by half an inch. If you are using your bodice pattern, use 1 inch. So the reason why you go up by half an inch here is to create room for your bust, because you don't want your bust looking sharp around that part. Now you connect from the half inch to the center of your shoulder. Now we have our shoulder preset seam to work with. So this is how to construct the shoulder preset seam. The reason why we have that 1 inch is to accommodate your bust. The next thing you want to do from here is to do your under bust tightening. Yes, to create a cup for your bust. You can either do a preset seam or a bustier, but for this tutorial I'm going to be doing a bustier. So I'm going to mark my bust just from the bust point. Yes, after that you are going to roll an under bust line. It is from this under bust line that you're going to mark your contouring amount. So I'm just trying to extend the line to accommodate my contouring amount. So for contouring, I'm going to use half an inch to 1 inch. It depends on how big the bust is. For medium size, I use 0.75, but for very slim person, I use half an inch. Now from the bust point, I'm going to come in by half an inch on the dart leg. I repeat the same thing on the other bust points. Now the next thing you want to do from here is to draft your cup. So I position my pattern in such a way that it is easy for me to draft my cup, to accommodate my bust. Okay, I repeat the same thing for the right hand side. So I want my tutorial to be like an interactive section. If you have any question, please leave your if you have any question, the comment section is open, so leave the question there. I'll say it. Now the next thing you want to do from here, you're going to extend the dart point to the hem line. After you're done that, I'm going to use my marker pen to eliminate that part, because you're going to be cutting it off. Yes, you're going to be cutting it off. We eliminate the dart part. The next thing you want to do from here is to contour your neckline so that it won't gape. For the monostrap part, I'm going to be doing an 100% contouring. Yes, you're going to contour that part. But if you don't know what an 100% contouring is, just go in 0.75 on both sides. Yes, 0.75 on both sides. I'm just using that for this tutorial. That's standard. But if you are in a fashion school, they will teach you how to get your 100%, 50%, and 25% contouring. So once you have contoured that part, you're going to fold the contouring amount away, and while you do so, you notice that the line will break. Yes, the line has broken, as you can see in the video. I'm just going in with my pencil to reblend the line. Yes, eliminate the previous line or put a paper tip around that part so that it will stay in place. The next thing you want to do from here is to draft the keyhole. Yeah, who is that? Oh, so let's continue. The next thing you want to do is to add the keyhole that this blouse had. So from the neckline, you're going to come down like 2 inches. Yes, you're going to come down like 2 inches or so. You just want a place where your keyhole will stop. Now on the shoulder seam, on the shoulder pieces, you're going to come in and out by 1 inches or 7/8 of an inch, but because of our pattern is a miniature pattern, I'm going to come down here by 1/2 an inch on both sides of the pieces seam and connect and draft our keyhole. Yes, draft your keyhole, give it any shape that you want. Yeah, draft the keyhole and give it any shape that you want. Take your time. If your hand is not straight or curvy enough, clean it and redo it again. After drafting your keyhole, the next thing that you want to do from here is to contour the right side of your blouse. Yes, the monostrap side is 100% contouring. How deep the curve is will determine if it's going to be 50% contouring or 25% contouring. For mine, I'm using 25% contouring. So on both sides of that line, I came out to 8 of an inch for that. I'm sorry I made the mistake. The dart was supposed to be coming from the dart point. I'm marking it from the 1/2 inches point, so please correct your work. It's supposed to come from the dart points, not that 1/2 inch point. The next thing I'm going to do from here is to bring in a marker pen and highlight our important pattern. Yes, I'm just making sure that everything we did here is what is on the blouse. Now before we do that, let's do the end part of the tutorial. On the side seam, we are going to come down 4 inches as well. And on the center, yeah, on the center you're going to come down the 4 inches as well, as if they're on the straight line. Yes, you're going to repeat the same thing there. Now the next thing you want to do, you want to determine where you want your slant to be. I want my slants, the one they did on that dress, it went straight into the dart line, so you're going to slant it to the dart line and back to the side seam like this and back to the side seam. Now you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Yes, now this is how the front part of the pattern should look like, because we are going to illustrate only the front part of the pattern. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Nice. Now we are going to start highlighting all the important parts of this pattern. And once we are done, we are going to come in with our scissors and cut it out. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm making sure that the side seam from the waistline, I extended my hand out because we need to do something there as well. At this point, this is what your pattern should look like. Now let's do the alteration. On the bust that you go in by 1 inch, because this is a miniature pattern, I'm going in by half an inch. Once you go in by 1 inch, you're going to retrace your dart to create a new dart line, and make sure your 1 inch is at the middle of the dart. Next, you want to snip up to the 1 inch point. Repeat the same thing on this part. You're going to retrace first. Once you retrace, you're going to snip up to the 1 inch point. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold the bust dart. Okay, what do I'm folding from? So once you fold, the next thing is to retrace your side seam, because the line, once you retrace your dart, the side seam line will break. Now you're going to connect the bust line back to the waistline. So that's how to retrace the side seam. Now you're going to cut this off. Repeat the same thing for the other side. And at the front part, the bust point part, place a fresh pattern underneath it. And the next thing you want to do, you want to blend it in to give you the shape of your bust. After joining, this is what you're going to have. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give us a thumb up, leave a comment, just say thank you, like and share my video. Have a nice day and bye.